entertainment. Don't not entertainment. You want, tell me what you need. Da 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 da. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Wo bin ich jetzt?
There's one of them! Watch yourselves! Hey, leeches! See it? Die, beast! This is no place for you, sir. Steady! Eat this! He's dead!
You're mine! Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Everybody, da 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 da. Tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Da 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 da. Hätte ich vielleicht vorher schreiben sollen, egal. You're mine! Tell me what you want, tell me what you need, tell me da 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 da.
Die, vermin! God, no!
You're mine! Call me what you want, tell me what you need.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Filthy piece of shit! Snap it, Leech! Leech! You'll pay for that!
War meins, alles meins.
Moron had me laughing at first. But to think, he's a bloody vampire hunter.
Good evening, Miss Cox.
Hello again, Dr. Reed. What do you want?
Have you got any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
Rumour has it he's started some sort of gang of his own. Soldiers of Christ, something like that.
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
Giving help for free? You'd make a poor businessman, Dr. Reed.
Perhaps I would. Please, take this. You will feel better.
Thank you. But don't expect me to owe you anything.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
The bodies are piling up, but I'm not afraid. I'm still alive, and I intend to stay that way.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Nichts.
Have you got any recent news on Sean Hampton's shelter?
I've not seen him since he came back to the docks. Rumour has it he's converted his flock to some sort of cult. That's unbelievable.
Are you concerned about the sanitary situation?
It may surprise you, but I'm not. I've heard about the men-at-arms and the fights between gangs at night, but that's nothing new.
I wish I shared your optimism.
It's not optimism. Gangs have been fighting in this part of town since before I was born. This war will stop when enough blood has been spilled.
Do you need any help?
It can't be good for business to see the bartender cough in your beer.
Indeed. It would be a shame to taint the delicate taste.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. My customers and I, we all thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
A few clients. What with the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
You're still working at this hour? That's what I call dedication.
Have you heard anything about Sean Hampton's shelter?
Some customers said the sad saint had a vision. Launched himself on a holy crusade. Even Dyson Delaney joined up with him. It's more like a cult, if you ask me.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation?
Of course I am. Everywhere's deserted. Houses, streets all empty. People buying guns. We hear them go off every night. It's bloody frightening.
Do you require medical assistance, Miss Cavendish?
Don't feel so good if you have to know. I knew that keeping the bar open with the epidemic wasn't a good idea.
Take this, it'll help. Perhaps you should think about closing the Turquoise Turtle for a while.
Tom always said we got to keep the doors open. But thank you, Doctor.
Goodbye, Miss Cavendish.
Be he cursed or not,
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne. May I come in, please?
Of course. Dr. Reed. Please don't stay too long, sir.
Ja, ich bleib
What
nicht zu
can I
lang.
do for you, Dr. Reed?
Nothing.
Do you have any news about Sean Hampton's shelter?
I heard you can't go there anymore unless you share his faith. A bit queer, don't you think?
Aren't you worried about the conditions around here?
Hate everywhere. The city will not sink because of this flu. It's the violence that will finish us all.
Mrs. Fishburne, are you in need of any medical assistance?
I am afraid I am, Doctor. I don't feel well at all.
Then let me give you a prescription.
Genau.
I thank you for your generosity, sir. It's something this part of town truly needs.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne. Take care of yourself.
Keep your eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy.
Perfetto. Martin Nightingale. Ah, da drüben. Ich erinnere mich. Ja, ja. Die zwei, also die drei sind wahrscheinlich drüben. Oder? Nee, der müsste eigentlich hier sein irgendwo.
I cannot enter.
Okay. Wo komme ich jetzt nochmal hier runter? Da.
Good evening, young man.
There's no need to call me that, Dr. Reed.
Are you feeling worried about the sanitary situation in London?
This city is falling apart. The disease kills so many people. No one cares about anything or anyone anymore but themselves.
Young man, do you require medical attention?
I don't like asking for help, but I don't want to be one of those poor sods dying in the streets.
There's no shame in asking for help, especially when you are in desperate need of it. Here, take this. You should recover in no time.
Thank you, I suppose.
Goodbye.
I know I've got something that'll strike your fancy. If not, I'll find you something.
So, jetzt habe ich einen Schluck auf. Ja, da ist er.
Good evening, Mr. Throckmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Have you heard any rumors regarding Sean Hampton's shelter?
I cannot say I've heard anything particularly interesting, but I was too busy hunting evil to pay attention.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
It seems the Guard of Priwen has declared war on vampires. I'm not sure if that's a good thing, though.
Really? I thought you'd be thrilled by this news.
The Guard can be reckless. They rush into a fight without thinking. The citizens of London should not be the collateral victims.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Actually, I may. In my line of work, I have to stop at any sign of infection.
Treating a vampire hunter's wounds is certainly a first for me. I'm happy to help you, of course.
Thank you, Dr. Reed. Your support means a lot.
Goodbye. And good hunting, Mr. Throckmorton.
Genau, good hunting. So, es fehlt nur noch einer. Und ich weiß nicht, wo der ist. Jetzt fehlt nur noch einer. Meine Maus!
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ich glaube tatsächlich, dass der hier irgendwo hier drüben ist. Ich weiß nur nicht wo. Da ist er ja.
Good evening, Mr. Woodbeat.
Good evening to you, my young doctor.
Do you have any recent news on Sean Hampton's shelter?
I read that given enough time, any intention, no matter how good, can rot and sour. If half the things I've heard about this place are true, that theory is soundly proven.
Are you worried about the sanitary situation in London?
I never thought I'd live to see the last days of London. Just another thing I was wrong about, I suppose.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Unfortunately, yes. The spirit is willing, but the flesh, well, you know.
Nobody is immune to disease. There's no need to be ashamed of that.
Well, thank you, Doctor. Now maybe I'll live another day or two.
Jo.
Goodbye, sir.
Jetzt müssen wir hier erstmal alle haben, die noch leben. Da haben wir auch alle. Hier war keiner erkrankt. Sehr gut. Dann können wir jetzt erstmal ins Krankenhaus gehen zurück, um die Sachen zu untersuchen. Was ist das eigentlich für ein Punkt? Ist es noch das Ding da oben? Ja. Well. Maus bewegen, damit der PC runterfährt. Ich finde das viktorianische London sehr interessant. Immer und immer wieder, sei es in Film, Fernsehen, oder Serie oder Spiel. Auch wenn es quasi Queen Victoria ist hier, glaube ich, schon tot, aber dennoch finde ich es interessant.
It's locked.
Von beiden Seiten.
Die, vermin!
I have this thirst for blood.
Okay. Oh well, dann wollen wir mal.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Lady Ashburys Einladung, mein lieber Dr. Reed. Ich hoffe, der Brief erreicht Sie bald, denn ich muss schnellstmöglich mit Ihnen sprechen. Die Lage in West End entwickelt sich äußerst schnell und ich bin überzeugt, dass wir alle in großer Gefahr schweben. Die Wachen von Private haben eine große Jagd in London begonnen und seit einigen Nächten suchen und töten sie Angehörigen aktiv suchen und töten ihre Angehörigen aktiv alle Eckern, die sie aufspüren können. Lord Redgrave als Vorsitzender der Vorsitzende des Oscar Clubs hat mich vor kurzem kontaktiert. Er will sie umgehend treffen. Sie können nachts jederzeit in mein Haus kommen, wenn es Ihnen passt. Wir müssen über diese Dinge sprechen. Dieser Brief liegt ein offizieller Passierschein bei, mit dem Sie jede Straßensperre und jede Quarantäne-Kontrollpunkt in der Stadt passieren können. In Freundschaft, Lady Ashbury. Ja, ist es weg? Verdammt. Wo soll ich jetzt eigentlich hin? Ah, ja. Ah, na, da geht's endlich. Ich kann ins West End. Wo ist der Weg? Hä? Bin ich gerade blöd? Weiter unten, okay. Und ja, demzufolge auf die Frage, ja, ich bin blöd. Ich bin eben kurz für kleine Vampire, bin sofort wieder da. So. So, da wollen wir mal ins West End. Mit Passierschein A38. Was haben wir hier? Der ist schon wieder.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
Ich bin nicht ein Streiter. Ich spiele darauf Schreck still.
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
Well...
I'm tired of all these puppet shows. Well.
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
What? Soldaten. Hä? Einer von denen zufällig schon tot aus Versehen? Nö. Okay.
vampires are so weak! Die, vermin! That leech is fast!
You're mine. Okay. Stranger Things. Muss ich jetzt ernsthaft gegen Vampire kämpfen? Okay. Okay, bevor ich in das sichere Gebiet reingehe. Hier mal ein Kino. Das zu ist. Im West End sind schon mal Kinos. Ah ne, hier waren wir gerade. You are mine.
Stupid beast! Die, vermin!
Stirb auch du, mein Kind. Okay.
It's locked, all right.
It's locked, all right. Komme ich hier irgendwie rein? Irgendwas mit Quarantäne, okay. Hier ist aber sonst nichts. Habe ich jetzt hier eine Tür, die ich öffnen kann? Habe ich hier... Da habe ich ein Tor. Sehr schön. Tor 1 ist dann jetzt schon mal offen. Okay. Skoll. Und ich kann schon... Theoretisch kann ich wieder schlafen gehen. Um mich aufzuleveln. Läuft. Wir gehen mal hier lang und gucken.
It's locked.
It's locked, alright. Da vorne kann ich auf jeden Fall wieder was öffnen.
It's locked, all right.
Do not come in public. Okay. Ich glaube, ich muss erstmal das Haus haben, bevor ich hier weiterkomme. Dann gehen wir erstmal rein. Sagen den Leuten Hallo.
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Here we go. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Na 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 na. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you need. Na 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 na.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him, but I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Nennen Sie mich nicht so, nennen Sie mich Jonathan. Warum verhöhnen Sie mich unentwegt?
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Prewen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why, truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Ja, ist eine gute Sache.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Okay.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigation since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
Ja.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Okay.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
Läuft.
How old is he? How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
Keine Ahnung.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Priwen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Priwen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Priwen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
Das ist gut.
Will the guard of Priwen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Priwen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
Klingt logisch. Klingt irgendwie logisch.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
Right.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No. You will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No. I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why?
Of course.
Your voice.
Look at me, Jonathan.
Look.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon. We may be deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Darf ich mich im Haus noch umgucken? Komplett blutunterlaufen. Einige Nächte später. Was? Well,
So,
Kapitel 4 im
time
Schattenkabinett.
to visit the Ascalon Club.
Jetzt ist wahrscheinlich die Tür offen.
I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
It's locked, alright. Hä? Einfach weil es da ein Ausrufezeichen gibt, deswegen gehe ich da gerade nochmal zurück. kann ich mir auch mal in diesem wunderbaren Haus umgucken. Tagebuch. 9. Mai 1913. Heute Nacht habe ich mit Mutter die Kranken im East End besucht. Es ist lange her, seit ich in traurigen Teil der Stadt war. Es ist sehr gerührt, wie sie diesen armen Menschen zuhört und sie getröstet hat. Sie versucht grundlegend etwas zu verändern und diesen Männern und Frauen zu helfen. Außerdem hat sie heute Nacht einen von ihnen umgebracht. Es geschah so schnell, ich bemerkte es nicht einmal, als sie verschwand. Doch als sie wieder da war, wirkte sie viel lebendiger, viel lebhafter. Ich wusste sofort, was passiert war. Sie nahm ein Leben und sah nichts. Und ich sah nichts. Wir kehrten nicht von den Sterbenden. Wir kehrten heim, ohne ein Wort zu versprechen. Sollte es jemals Vampiren werden, würde ich nicht von Sterbenden zehren. Ich würde aus den Schuldigen und Gewalttätigen töten, wo auch immer sie verstecken. Als ich anderen Nachmittag für das Frauenwahlrecht warb, haben mich 2 Männer in der Gasse bedrängt. Ich habe so laut ich konnte um Hilfe gerufen, wie Mutter es mir aufgetragen hatte. Ich weiß nicht, was gewesen wäre, wenn ihn nicht ein Soldat plötzlich die Männer zurechtgewiesen hätte. Er brachte mich dann nach Hause und versuchte mich zu küssen. Ich verweigerte mich. Dann ging er wortlos. Die ganze Geschichte macht mich so traurig. Ich weinte immer noch, als Mutter nachts wach wurde. Ich erzählte ihr alles und sie umarmte mich. Später gingen wir ins Theater und sahen uns Dorothy Thatcher aus neues Stück an. Ich glaube, es kränkt mich ein wenig, dass Mutter nicht losstürmte, um mich zu rächen. Ich würde als Vampirin nicht gnädig sein. Das ist 15. September 1914. Letzte Nacht haben Mutter und ich schlimm gestritten, weil sie sich mal wieder geweigert hat, mich unsterblich zu machen. Ich erinnerte sie daran, dass was mir mit den 2 Männern in der Gasse hätte zustoßen können. Sie hätten bewaffnet sein können. Es wäre ganz anders abgelaufen, wenn ich eine Vampirin wäre. Sie aber hatte nur gelächelt und gesagt, ich müsse bereit sein, dieser Welt in die Stirn zu bieten, um Teil von ihr zu werden. Ich weiß nicht einmal genau, was das heißen soll. Doch es macht mich verrückt, den ganzen Tag, vielleicht die ganze Zeit auszuziehen und so viel Emily mein ganzes Leben zu leben. Ich liebe Mutter sehr, aber es ärgert mich. Aber es ärgert mich ebenso, wenn sie Gespräche über meine Verwandlung unterbindet. 17. Februar 1915, ein Jahr nach Kriegsanfang. Heute Nacht bin ich traurig wie aufgeregt, denn ich werde dieses Haus endgültig verlassen. Mutter erlaubt mir, in eine eigene Wohnung im West End zu ziehen, die aber nicht so weit von ihrem Haus entfernt sein durfte. Ich habe ihr versprochen, sehr vorsichtig zu sein. Ich habe ihr gesagt, dass ich sie liebe. Und sie stolz auf mich sei. Sie möchte einfach, dass ich so stark und unabhängig wie sie bin. Das verstehe ich jetzt. Zugegebenermaßen bin ich sehr dankbar für alles, was sie mir über die Jahre beigebracht hat. Sie hat mich zu einer Frau gemacht, die ich heute bin. Von nun an beschreite ich einen eigenen Weg. Der entscheidet nun, was ich mit meinem Leben anstellen will. Ohne eines weiß ich genau, sollte ich je unsterblich werden wollen, beziehe ich meine Mutter in die Entscheidung mit ein. Dies ist mein Leben und ich bin verantwortlich für meine Taten. Moment. Soll ich je unsterblich werden wollen, beziehe ich meine Mutter in diese Entscheidung nicht mit ein. Charlotte Asbury. Okay. Kann ich hier noch irgendwas einsammeln? Ja, kann ich.
It's locked.
It's locked, alright.
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least better nights?
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
Concerning your investigation.
Yes?
Are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
Well, gut. Sie hat Jonathan gemalt. Hier wieder runter. Dann wollen wir mal wieder runter. Da wollen wir mal wieder lieben. Lade, schubdidu. Stabil.
This is my turn.
Stirb! Well, gut. Die Frage ist, wie komme ich jetzt ins West End? Laden. Ich dachte schon wieder, es bricht ab. So komme ich natürlich nicht rein. Die Frage ist jetzt nur, wie kommen wir ins West End rein? Ich muss sie ans West End. Ah! Riech mal beflissentlich. You're mine. Warum auch immer der werte Doktor nicht klettern kann. wollte doch hier nur, falls was ist, was einsammeln. Und da ist nämlich auch was. Nee, ja, schicke ich dich in die Hölle. Aber okay. Da hoch kann ich nicht springen. Also theoretisch geht's geradeaus.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Und theoretisch habe ich auch einen Passierschein. Aber hochspringen kann ich nicht. Okay. Hier ist eine Menge Blut.
That was the vampire I saw earlier. This war takes no prisoners.
No civilians allowed, sir. Stop now! Burn it, boys! See that fancy clothes? This He's dead!
Well. Das hatten wir schon. Irgendwas mit Gefahr. Sehr schön. Abkürzung aufgeschlossen. Beziehungsweise ich muss doch nochmal für kleine Vampire, bin sofort wieder da. Moment. So. Ja, trotzdem. Das hier durch dieser eine Brief. Auch nicht. Nein. Keine Ahnung. Weil ich habe einen Zettel eingesammelt, den wollte ich mir eigentlich durchlesen, aber irgendwie habe ich ihn nicht. So. Was haben wir hier?
It's locked.
It's locked, alright. Keep out. Ah. Schon mal etwas. Hier ist sonst nichts.
The West End. Never have I felt so sad to be back home.
Ah, wir sind im West End schon, okay. Ah ja. Die Neufähigkeiten.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Goodbye, Mr. Kimura. Take care.
Well. Okay. Perfetto. Kann ich das Tor öffnen?
I cannot enter. The Ascalon Club. The heart of British vampire society. Not quite as subtle as I expected. Good evening.
Oh my god, no. Please, Mr. Vampire, don't kill me. Please, no. I'm too young to die. I still have so much to offer this world.
Wait, no. Why do you think I would... What?
Don't worry, Dr. Reed. I know you wouldn't harm me. Mother told me you were in this part of town and might drop by.
Your mother?
My name is Charlotte, sir. Charlotte Ashbury. My mother taught me long ago how to recognize the signs that betray a vampire.
I understand she also taught you how to tease and gently mock innocent young Ekons. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Charlotte. Tell me about your adoption.
What do you want to know?
Who are your real parents?
Elizabeth Ashbury is my real mother. She raised me and has taken care of me all my life. I have no idea who my progenitors are or were.
Do you live with her?
I still spend a lot of time in my mother's mansion, but I have my own house now. I have a life to live, you see. And one day, I'll have my death to face.
How did you meet Lady Ashbury?
First, I was an orphan in the institution for girls she manages in the West End. When I was 10, she adopted me, and I have lived with her ever since.
Did you know she was a vampire when she picked you?
The correct word is Ekon, Doctor. And no, I had no idea why my mother only showed up at night. She told me everything when I turned 16, though I suspected the truth for a long time before that.
What do you think about this part of town?
I was raised here, and I suppose it feels like home. You grew up in this part of town too, did you not?
Yes, I was born a few streets away.
A small world, is it not? Did you ever imagine that my mother was your neighbor all that time? That you could have met her in a dark alley at night?
You won't trick me twice, young lady. We both know Lady Ashbury never hunts or attacks prey at random.
Come on, Doctor. Don't tell me you never thought about that possibility. Her fangs on your neck. Oh, are you blushing, Dr. Reed?
Is there something that's bothering you?
Too much selfishness and individualism for my taste. Even when there was no epidemic.
Even if that's partly true, may I remind you that many charitable institutions are financed by the selfish and filthy rich.
I suppose you're right. But society must reform and renew itself, or we are all done for.
Stimmt.
What are you doing out here?
You mean, what do I do outside at night, since I am a woman? Let me ask you a question, sir. Would you ask the same question of a man?
Actually, yes. I ask the same question to everyone who dares to go outside at night, considering the risks.
Well, if you must know, I campaign for the right to vote for all women. Why should I wait to the age of 30 years when men can vote at 21?
Are you a suffragette, then? Oh, you really are Elizabeth's girl. Without a doubt.
All adult women have the right to vote in the US, in New Zealand, and in Australia. But women here can't vote unless they are property owners.
No need to convince me, Miss Charlotte. I have shared your opinion for a long time. Even before I met Emmeline Pankhurst.
Really? Oh. Now I see why my mother appreciates you so much. Too bad there aren't more men like you in the vicinity.
How are the locals reacting to your claims?
People here can't wait for a wall to be built to isolate the West End from the rest of town. That's how progressive they are. If this happens, Emily and I will blow it up.
Explosives are very dangerous, young lady. And who is this Emily?
She is my best friend, and a suffragette too. She was supposed to campaign with me tonight, but hasn't turned up.
Have you any reason to be worried about her?
Recently, Emily started to believe in... well, she got interested in vampires. I'm afraid she might be in trouble.
Let me guess. You spoke to her about us, didn't you? Despite your mother's warning. I think I should try to find your friend.
Oh, that would be top-notch. I can tell you where she might have gone. You have my thanks, Dr. Reed. And please, don't tell my mother.
What exactly has your mother told you about me?
Your name and profession, obviously. And the mystery about your maker. I'm sorry to hear about what happened to your sister, sir. Mother says it was not your fault.
Does it not scare you to know what I am? What your mother is?
Why should it? My mother is the most compassionate woman. Must I be wary of her, Dr. Reed? Or you?
Of course not. You have nothing to fear from me, or your mother.
Good to know. And don't worry, my mother told me everything I need to know about vampire tricks, their nature as well as features.
Your mother is not like any other vampire I've met.
I believe she thinks the same about you, Dr. Reed.
Your mother has refused to turn you into a vampire. Tell me more about it.
Each time we argue, Mother expresses the same fear. She wants me to remain alive and full of joy, rather than become melancholy and immortal. She claims you can't have one without the other. It's pure selfishness.
It's your mother's choice. As daughters and sons, we have to accept the decisions our parents make for us despite our own wishes.
I love my mother, and have accepted everything from her. Even that she named me Charlotte, when it was not my original name.
Does it bother you?
No. Whoever I was when I was born, I am now Charlotte Ashbury. It hurts as much as it makes me proud to know that's the name my mother will read on my tombstone.
Your mother has walked this earth for much longer than you or I. She is wise, and we should not ignore her advice when we disagree with it.
But why shouldn't I be allowed to forge my own experience? There can't be only one righteous way to deal with eternity.
Do you know why Lady Ashbury chose you to become her daughter?
No, I don't. Each time I ask her that question, she smiles and says it's precisely because I dare to ask such questions.
Do you ever regret that she chose you?
Of course not. Though I often wonder if she adopted others before me. If so, where are they buried? How was it for them to pass through life with a never-aging mother?
Why do you still hope to become a vampire in spite of your mother's refusal?
It's the immortal aspect of vampires that interests me. The world won't improve unless women take charge. I'm convinced of that.
You're obviously a clever woman with a good education and a brilliant future. But have you thought about the price you'd have to pay? The loneliness, the necessary masquerade.
Is it not true of every high position? To change this world and make it a better place, one needs time on one's side.
Tell me, Charlotte, how do you plan to achieve eternal life, since you've obviously given it a lot of thought?
I won't give up. You have no idea how determined I am, sir. I may contract a deadly disease. I may throw myself under a carriage, just to be saved by her sweet kiss.
That's a disturbing answer, young lady. And the worst part of it is, I know you speak the truth.
There are less dangerous ways, Doctor. Instead of throwing myself under a horse like Emily Davison, I could just throw myself into your arms.
Niemals spielen Sie keine Spielchen. Seien Sie vorsichtig.
Never. That would be betraying your mother's trust. She would never forgive us.
For sure. But look on the bright side. We would have eternity to reconcile.
Or an eternity to run away from your mother's mighty wrath. Quite a terrifying idea, don't you think?
Entschuldigung.
Yes. I think it's wiser to let go of that part of the plan.
Goodbye, Charlotte. Give my best regards to your mother when you see her.
She's been quite busy these last few nights. I suspect you may see her before me.
Good evening, sir. Please forgive me for disturbing you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
Are you that blind? I've seen hundreds of victims piled up in this city each week.
Mr. Reed, please. Why are you so angry? I did not mean anything by it.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please
share the address.
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you will take care of yourself.
Women's right to vote is only the first step.
Remember,
Support
don't let any strangers come into your house.
Women.
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
Come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too. So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
Do you need medical assistance, Clarence?
It's a little late for visiting hours, don't you think?
What can I say? I haven't lost my old habits.
I hope we're talking about the same habits, old friend.
When did you escape the war and return to London?
You know what's funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny, I didn't want to sound selfish.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. So many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
What?
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
Women die too in this war. Women of all countries unite.
Okay. Tempo Gordon.
human! Kill it! Find his teeth! Bloody leech!
Well,
I said stay away, sir! Crush the leech, boys! Watch out for them teeth! Watch it! It's a killer! Shit! You'll pay for that!
perfetto.
It's mine! I'll take it! It's too strong! That leech is fucked!
Kill it!
You're mine. Speisekarte.
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Well,
Murder him!
fuck.
Watch yourself! There's one of them! It ain't human! Kill it! Oh Christ! Let's pin it down!
Die, motherfucker! Well, hier haben wir sonst nichts. Okay, jetzt haben wir schon auch noch explodierende. Läuft. Oh, mein Auge juckt. Von hier kommen wir. You're mine. Well, well. Hier haben wir alles eingesammelt, oder? Ja.
There's one of them! Watch yourselves!
Haben wir hier sonst noch irgendwas?
More Braille. I should bring this to Mason Swanborough.
Ich bin nicht Well. Was haben wir hier drüben noch irgendwas? Okay, hier haben wir sonst nichts. Well.
It's locked.
Okay, den Bereich da oben kann ich jetzt noch nicht besuchen. What the fuck?
There has been a fight here. I can see a blood trail. Left by one of the antagonists, perhaps? What a mess. Something terrible happened here. But what?
Okay. Was ist hier passiert? Was ist hier passiert?
Despicable.
I have this thirst for blood.
Okay.
Don't you know better? Gotcha!
Fuck. Irgendwie muss ich den umbringen. Moment, wo war jetzt da drüben?
This is fun. You cannot win this. Your prey is mine now. You're feeble!
Warum auch immer hier gerade keine Ratten sind, egal.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Hä? Da ist die Ratte.
This is despicable.
Despicable.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ich kann es auch vollkommen glauben. Nee, Moment. Doch. Wo ist die Munitionskiste? Oben wahrscheinlich. Well, well, well.
electric!
You're bleeding.
Ernsthaft? Hello.
I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable. I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Your prey is mine!
You're bleeding.
You're feeble! Don't you know better?
You're bleeding.
Stupid newborn!
Yes. Well, here we go. Mission von Temple Church. Was? Okay, das ist schon mal nichts, zumindest kein Blut. Nicht gut. Ich sehe da hinten Blut.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Ich schon.
I cannot enter.
You shall learn to respect the laws of Ast.
Okay, nee, das mache ich dann das nächste Mal weiter. Danke fürs Zuschauen, schöne Gute Nacht und bis dann. Tschüss. Gute Nacht.